Yo.
Hey, Inebriation.
Hey.
World Tour.
I know, right?
Lancaster.
Show number 3 this weekend.
Yeah, show number 3.
Yeah.
Slightly banged up this morning.
Well, we kind of had one last night.
Yeah.
Back at the Airbnb.
Yeah.
So we are at Our Town Brewery in Lancaster, PA.
It's a nice looking place.
It's very nice looking,
Yeah.
man. Very cool. The kettles are shiny.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's very clean.
I don't know how much beer we're going to drink this.
Yeah, I know. They really
This
can't
morning.
go crazy. After these, it'll have to be tastings.
Yeah, because I'm going to drive a U-Haul after this.
Yeah.
So load up a couple pieces of furniture.
Yeah, you gotta move fucking furniture. Jesus Christ.
Right?
Well, that's how we got our designated driver.
Yeah, you know, everything's a trade-off these days, man.
Yeah.
People don't do things out of the kindness of their hearts
No.
anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But I have a beer right now.
I have a beer right now, too.
He's getting mine and Julie's drinks ready.
Oh,
Yeah?
this is the Side of Greens, it's called.
Yeah, and it's like a cucumber.
Cucumber and melon lager.
Yeah, okay. Little veggies this morning for us,
There
man.
you go. You're being
That's
healthy.
That's what the man said.
I'm the one having the coffee.
Side of veggies to turn yourselves around.
Yep.
So I'm having a salad beer.
Yep.
I saw that. I was like, what's Side of Greens? Ooh. Cucumber. You know how I like my cucumber beers. It's an ongoing tradition now.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes.
But it is yummy.
I'm looking forward to this.
Uh-oh.
This is a yummy cucumber melon lager.
Tim's starting off the day right by banging down a friggin' stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's breakfast. It's a coffee stout.
Look at that.
That's like a picture right there.
Yeah.
For those
So-
of you who can't see this, which is all of you, there's a little bit of foam going over the side and just looked like a perfect picture.
It would have
Yeah.
been a perfect picture.
Yeah.
But he took it away.
He wanted to clean it up before giving it to me.
He took it away. And this place is cool.
Oh, I like it.
We're like right in the middle of everything, too.
What's the missus drinking
We're
over
right
there,
in the
Tim?
middle
Yeah,
of the
Julie's
action.
got a mimosa.
All right, look at her.
All right, let's see
'cause
what I got here.
We are here for brunch.
Yeah, she's brunching like the elite of society.
Yes. It's called the Lodge. This is a coffee stout.
What's it called? The Lodge?
Yeah, Lodge. It weighs in at 6.4 alcohols.
Like lodge like a place,
Yeah.
or lodge like they say large in Massachusetts?
Like a place.
Okay.
It's a lodge.
It's a very large car.
And how's it going down?
This is smooth.
Yeah?
Yeah. You got that coffee taste to it. You got your stout. And it's easy on the throat.
Nice.
Yeah. This slides right down. That's what she said.
This is killer.
Yeah, I think this is only 3.8%.
Right, yeah, that's what I looked at that and I was like, yeah, that's everything about that listing
Yeah.
just spoke to me.
Yeah, it spoke to me too. I was just like, yeah, you know what? I can't. No high test right off the bat.
Now, because usually when we do these early morning brewery tours, they start us off with like bangers.
Yeah, and they're freaking Fort nonsense, man. Freaking handing us 13% beers at 9:30. in the
Yeah,
morning.
now
Yeah.
I think what I got here is the highest one at 6.4,
Nice.
which
Nice.
is great. I mean, that's good.
Oh,
because-
no, I see something on there that looks like it has a 9 or
Yeah,
something. in
there's a
front of it.
9 up there. It's,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that.
That'll
Yeah.
be a taste.
Yeah, that might be to take home.
Yeah, take it home, do it on a show.
Yeah. Right on. Well,
right, cool.
we're here. Let's hit pause and figure out what we're gonna be doing.
All right.
okay.
So what's happening, man?
I got
You got some
these top 10 funniest DUI stories.
sweet.
Yeah. So
Something tells me if one of us was driving last night, it'd be the best top 11 drunk driving stories.
I know, right?
I got a drunk news story here. You just read my text message I sent you.
Oh God. So right now we got number 10. This is combination of unfortunate events. Have you ever seen those giant machines farmers use to harvest their crops? They're called combines. and looked like the machine in the picture. Oh, you can't really see the picture. We'll post it on the page.
Sure.
A man in Pennsylvania decided to drive a combine while intoxicated, hit a mailbox, and got arrested by police after he passed out in a bean field.
Jesus.
He faced charges of driving under the influence and hit and run.
Okay. Now, those things are like as wide as a freaking city block.
I know.
How are you even getting it on the street to hit a mailbox? I would think if one of them was on the street, it would hit a lot more than a mailbox.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Take out mailboxes on both sides of the
Yeah,
road.
and cars, everything else.
Sweeping them down.
What the hell? You know, I'll do number 9 here.
Okay.
We'll go into that. Landscaping the road while drunk.
Okay.
For some reason, men seem to enjoy riding large farming lawn equipment while under the influence. A Minnesota man received his 9th driving while intoxicated charge
9 DWIs.
Wow.
while driving his lawnmower with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.28. He already lost his license to one of his DUI charges, so he figured he would be fine using his lawnmower as his primary mode of transportation. He faced charges of DWI and driving without a license. Fair warning, if you don't have a driver's license, you should probably avoid driving anything.
Right.
I don't understand the fascination with lawnmowers when people are drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Or chili bins.
Yeah,
It's like their only
chili
mode-
bins.
They're like, they think, well, I can drive this.
Well,
it's not a car.
I kind of get the fascination with chili bins because I'm fascinated by them.
Yeah.
I want one. I want an inebriation chili bin to bring to the beer fest that we can drive all over the place.
Yeah, we could just hop on our chili bin.
Yeah. Run over a few people.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Howard and tell him we need chili bins.
Definitely. Put it in our rider.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, what do
3
you-
chili bins.
Hey, why don't you take number 8, Groby?
Okay.
Number 8.
Okay, number 8, scooting down the interstate. Again, men driving things that are not cars while drunk.
On roads.
Police pulled a man over in Indiana on Indiana State Road 135 for a few reasons. One, he was driving on the wrong side of the road and heading north into southbound lanes.
Oh, you can't do that.
And 2, he was driving a motorized scooter. You read that right. This man stole one of those motorized scooters you find at Walmart and drove it while drunk on the wrong side of the road. Police didn't question it until they noticed the in-store use only sign on the back of the scooter. They pulled the man over and arrested him for driving while under the influence and theft.
Theft.
Don't worry, police returned the scooter to Walmart after the arrest.
Add theft to the list.
So this implies the cops really weren't going to do anything to him until they noticed the in-store use sign on the back of the scooter.
Right.
Yeah.
They thought
you know,
everything was fine with this picture until they saw that.
Yeah, you know, the guy's he's on the highway, he's going the wrong way, but you know that was fine.
Sure.
But you know,
Till they saw it was theft.
you removed the scooter.
From Walmart. That's where you went wrong, man.
Yeah,
You should have removed the sticker.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, you could have just. Apparently, they didn't question anything.
Just
until
put his name on it instead.
Fred's scooter,
Yeah.
property of Fred.
Okay, now I got number 7 here. It's called the laziest DUI. Talk about lazy.
Is this guy driving a lazy boy down the road?
That's what I'm wondering.
Talk about a lazy Minnesota man. Received a DUI for driving his motorized lazy boy chair to and from a local bar. First of all, let's take a second to appreciate the fact that this guy has a motorized lazy boy. I mean, the thing is crazy. It has a lawnmower engine, again, lawnmowers, a cup holder, a radio, a headlight, an actual lazy boy chair, and naturally, a National Hot Rod Association sticker.
Keep in mind, this is story number 7. There's still 6 more to go.
Second of all, the man got a DWI for driving the chair. Police pulled the man over after he drunkenly crashed his chair car into an actual car. They promptly escorted him to jail and charged him with driving under the influence.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
How
that's
do you
great.
steer a lazy boy chair?
With the handles on the side.
I want
recliner
to find
things?
one of these now. Where do they sell them?
He made it.
Yeah, this was a custom job. you know?
Yeah, that's redneck ingenuity right there.
Is that?
I'm surprised we haven't stumbled across that fine fable before.
I know we have to find some of these things, man.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I kind of want to make these.
Sure.
Oh, this looks pretty good. Number 6 is bring your bar stool to drink day. You go to a bar, you go to the bar, sit at the bar stool in the bar, then make your way back home. A man in Ohio inserted a bar stool into all 3 of those steps as he opposed just the second step. He drove his motorized bar stool to the bar,
Wow.
used it there, and drove the bar stool home from the bar. The vehicle had a lawnmower engine and steering wheel, 4 wheels, and of course, a bar stool welded to a metal frame.
These guys are creative.
I know. While attempting a U-turn on the way home from the bar, he crashed the stool, drawing police attention. Needless to say, the police arrested the man and charged him with DUI. Even though the man admitted to driving after drinking 15 beers, he pleaded not guilty and is headed to trial. Let's hope he leaves the bar stool home that day. Man,
I'm not guilty. I was on a stool.
I've never
true.
even thought of some of these ideas.
It passes down to Chuck. We're going to give you number 5 here. I think it might be a chili bin.
Ooh, I like chili.
I'm looking at the picture.
That's a chili bin if I've ever seen one. Motorized cooler. Yep. Apparently, Australia has these motorized coolers called Eskies.
Freaking Kiwis or Canucks, whatever the hell they're called.
No, in New Zealand they're called chili bins, but in
Yeah.
Australia they're called Eskies.
Oh, okay.
They take a typical drink cooler and add a set of handlebars, wheels, and a motor, creating a convenience mode of drink transportation. Of course, genius inventions don't always work as planned. A man in Perth, Australia decided to drive his esky at night. This drew police attention as the coolers don't have proper lighting and are unsafe to drive at night. When are they safe to drive? During the day it's okay?
I guess.
This...
During the day at Raceway Park.
Wow. On top of that, he was driving in a bike lane, the place you should never drive a motorized vehicle. When police pulled him over, they found that the cooler was filled with beer, wine, and bourbon drinks, leading to him receiving a DUI charge. We all know you can drive under the influence, but who knew you could drive on top of the influence?
Hey, read the next one.
Oh, this is a good one. Number 4, drunk lives matter. Wow. Before you accuse me of trivializing social movements, the only reason I use this phrase is because of the story. A Pennsylvania man got a DUI charge while wearing a shirt that said "Drunk Lives Matter." Police pulled him over for multiple traffic violations, suspected that he was under the influence, and transported him to the hospital and arrested him for driving under the influence. His blood alcohol concentration was 0.217. It's quite ironic that he chose to wear that shirt on the day he chose to drive to put his own drunk life in danger. Wow.
Damn. Now that's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, the only thing that would have been cooler about that is if he was driving a cooler.
Yeah.
My wife locked herself out.
Uh-oh. Julie's locked out.
Uh-oh.
I got some live music about to kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakfast is being, or brunch is being.
Yeah, we
ordered food.
ordered food,
Yeah.
and the crooner's about to start.
Yep.
And
He's about to start, and he's about to kick in. Rob's about to come over and join us and talk about Our Town Brewery here
Yeah.
in Lancaster, PA.
yeah.
Very cool. And we'll do some more drunk news stories.
We're going to give him the number 1 story on this. But if you want, I'll take one. Because this one's really funny.
Okay.
Number 3, the breathalyzer gets breathalyzed. Halloween, the only holiday that notoriously involves, as far as this is all written weird, notoriously involves costumes and alcohol. One Halloween, a teenager was pulled over for driving erratically. Police immediately knew the teen was drunk and took him into custody. Upon searching the vehicle, they found open containers of alcohol in the truck as well. Of course, they made sure to include in the report not only that the team blew more than twice the legal .08 limit on the breathalyzer, but he was also dressed up as a breathalyzer. Yeah, this is going. This is going on the page. Yeah. Yes, this young man dressed up as a breathalyzer for Halloween and received the charge of driving under the influence.
Can you tell it's a breathalyzer costume? By
Yes, you
looking
can.
at it?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you definitely
Very
can see
cool.
that.
Yeah.
I wonder if he dressed up as ignition interlock the day he got his device installed in the car. Oh, that's great. Yeah, check out this picture.
That's a good Halloween costume.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
to put that up on the.
Definitely, yeah. This is worthy of that. And they already blocked his face out, so you can't see who it was.
Aw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was a teenager.
Yeah, I don't think any of us know him anyway.
He's a
Exactly.
kid.
He's from Nebraska.
Yeah, then we don't know.
I don't know anybody.
I think I was in Nebraska once.
Yeah,
That's a.
I seen a sign that said Nebraska.
That's a
once.
flyover state.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, one of you guys read this because this is fucking
Uh-oh.
number 2.
Okay.
Groby gets this one.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. A man in Essex, England was pulled over for driving one of those motorized pink Barbie cars designed
Nice.
for 3 to 5-year-olds while drunk. He and his son put bigger wheels on the car, so of course he had to take it for a spin. Unfortunately, his blood contained more than twice the legal limit of alcohol, and he was arrested for driving under the influence. He later admitted to being a complete twit for cramming his adult body into a child's car and driving it. He lost his driver's license for 3 years, the one for driving actual cars and the one for driving toy cars, and was sentenced to 12 months of probation. I guess he took Barbie's inviting Barbie girl song quite literally and decided to take her car out for a party.
Yes.
I wish there was a picture of it.
That would be funny to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy in the car.
Yeah.
Some big dopey
He
English.
probably
dude.
looked like one of those Shriners,
Yeah.
like
Big
on the
dopey,
like on the Frankenchrist album.
With the little fez on it.
big dopey English dude driving around in a pink Barbie car.
I
with
think that should be a
flowers on
law. If you're in like a small car, you should have a fez on.
Yeah, right?
You know, driving around.
Maybe it'll help get you off then. They see you
Yeah.
have the fez, they're like, you know what? I'm not going to give you a ticket.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have a fez on.
Yeah.
Come on, you know those guys are all drunk when they're driving those little cars.
Of course.
All right.
What's happening?
Oh, look at this beer that he has.
I know.
Very nice.
Yeah. I'm intrigued.
It's actually straight up the coffee.
Oh,
Ah.
really?
Yeah. I'm running around like crazy. I guess you have a quick coffee here. Yeah, we do. It's the same coffee that's in the coffee. Should I put this in?
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
can
put them on so you hear yourself.
Or these ones might be more accessible. I don't know.
So the coffee.
Now you hear, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
So the coffee that I'm drinking on Nitro is the same coffee we put in Lodge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we do passenger coffees, the local Lancaster coffee. They roast probably 6 or 7 blocks away from here. So it's about as local and fresh of a product as we can get our hands on.
Nice.
There's a couple local coffee roasters around here, but we were just really we have a good relationship with them, and so yeah.
No, that's cool, man.
Oh, cool.
We're all about local, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Anytime you can support other local businesses in the area, especially in your brewing ingredients, that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. We try to do as much as we can. As you can see, the name Our Town, we really try to get as local with as much product as we can. So whether it's the wine we carry or the barrels that are over there are both the whiskey barrels are from Thistlefinch, which is 3 blocks away, and the wine barrels are Grandview, and they're the closest winery to us. They're about 20 minutes away. But,
All right.
Nice. That Thistlefinch is pretty good, man. That they have like a peppered rye.
yeah, that
It's
stuff's
just-
that stuff's awesome in in a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of vodka, put that
Right.
pepper. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that pepper rye's killer. My wife brought me a bottle home, and that's the first thing I said was Bloody Marys. Yeah,
Good.
Their gin was nice too. So how long you guys been here?
We opened in September, just this
Nice.
past fall.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
wow.
Yeah, you can still smell the new car smell. It's still,
Right,
it's still-
yeah.
yeah.
It's a nice spot.
It's that new beer smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked for buildings for 2.5 years when we were trying to raise money and fine-tuning the business plan, which obviously didn't include anything about COVID.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody had that ever built into their business plan.
No. You know what's crazy is, so we took on a decent number of investors to get the money to pull this together. And so there was like a bunch of legal paperwork you had to get put together, basically covering me and my business partner, just in the event that we go under. It literally spells out, if hops stop growing on planet Earth, you can't get mad at these guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So it goes through, and legitimately, it actually did contain legal language for like widespread disease and illness.
pandemic?
Yeah, it did. Like,
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the business plan didn't, but comically, the attorneys like wrote in. I mean, it was funny because it was not cheap. But you know, they legitimately have our asses covered for what no one saw coming, but I guess, insurance agencies and attorneys, I guess.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So right now, how many beers you have on tap in this place?
We have 7 on at the moment,
Nice.
and then we have another 4 beers in cans right now. So again, kind of crazy times with the pandemic. We got shut down in December, like a Pennsylvania statewide restaurant bar. So we were closed, and we made a couple kind of decisions at that point to shift over. We got some artwork done. We lined up a mobile canning crew, and we decided we're going to make sure that we have a package that's more accessible for shutdown and takeout. Well, I mean, it's good news that just 3 weeks later they let us reopen, but we had already put all these plans in place. So it wasn't a big part of what we were going to do, the canning, but so now we have some canned products. So it's a little more than I can sell out the door, so we started just offering them for single cans, and you're drinking one right now. So single can service in house too. So
Yeah, I mean, we ran into a lot of breweries that, they had such keg inventory, and then everything got shut down. They were like, okay, put everything in cans and sell it out the front door. You know?
And some breweries are like equipped to do that. I mean, you can, you're sitting here looking at our space, we can right in there. So like there's a mobile crew that comes in, they roll everything on wheels, it just barely fits through the front door. It just barely fits in the open space in the brewery. And the challenging part is it's really expensive for us to do. And it's also, then I have to do a certain amount or they won't even show up.
Yeah.
So like, and I get it, they have their business they have to take care of. So if we do anything less than 20 barrels, they're not going to come, or they'll charge us for 20 barrels.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but that's a lot of beer for us to sell. It's 2 full batches, so it's just it's 100 cases of, like we did 100 cases of Lodge, the coffee stout, and 100 cases of Summit. The New England sold a little faster, so we still have like 35 or so cases of that, which is fine. It'll age better in a can than an IPA would, but you kind of make these decisions, and we're so new, we don't know how fast it's going to sell. Is it going to sell out? Or we're going to have these, so it's a little crazy, but
And you're kind of lucky that you can actually get a mobile guy to actually come in. I mean, there's a local brewery by me that all their brewing equipment is like on a sub level.
Oh, Jesus.
And there's no street access, so like they have to lower all their grains down, and it's so we have a buddy that does mobile canning, and he's like, "Well, you got to hit them up for me." I'm like, "There's no way, you can't,
They're gonna run like a hose out to the street.
So
that's really the only room they'd have to do it. They'd have to do it out on the street.
So they just bought a canning line, which isn't something that they wanted to do.
And they are not cheap, and like no matter, even if you get like a more basic one, I mean, it's just, again, most guys' business plans were set up to run draft. Fill kegs, sell them in pints, sell some crowlers and growlers, and be able to turn your list over. And so when you have to invest in where am I going to store all the cans, who am I going to, one of the things we've dealt with was like, all right, who are we going to pay to do the design labels? And if you see our cans are like a really basic, kind of clean, simple design. But it still takes somebody to do that. And designers aren't cheap, so let's say anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a label. If you're, no matter whether you're selling 10,000 cases or 100 cases. So the percent of the total product that you're spending on the label, it starts to become a little cost prohibitive too. So it was a little nuts. So we're looking forward to sliding back into mainly draft again.
But it's a
it's
challenge.
also fun to have it. I can't say that I don't love watching people walk out the front door of the 4-pack. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
So.
and people, a lot of people just don't want growler fills anymore, and like you have that option, I guess, of grabbing a 4-pack. It's a challenge from a business perspective, I'm sure, on what do we do? Because if your business model doesn't, you're a brewery, but you're not. Your plan was never to distribute, right? Your plan, going
not at all.
in. Yeah, so
I've worked at a couple breweries that did that. I mean, that is just that's a really
a whole nother
challenging game.
business.
It is, yeah. And it's a game that my first brewing experience was at a place that had a 7-barrel system. They sold every single drop of beer 25 feet away from where the kettle was, and they had a nice scratch kitchen. And I was like, man, I'll tell you what, someday I just want to go back and do this again. And as I, bounced around and moved through different breweries and different sizes and everything, I kind of just traveled with the trajectory of that business. So I worked at Springhouse for 5 years. And so when I first started at Springhouse, we made beer down in the barn, down in southern Lancaster County, drove it 20 minutes into the city and sold, again, mainly draft. I loved it. At the time, the common business model was to switch and slide over to a larger production facility. So that's what they did. When we moved up, it was a 20-barrel brew house. We had 100-barrel fermenters. We're canning 3 days a week, 1,000 cases a day, and it was like, it wasn't what I liked. I love having, making a beer, putting it on tap, and talking to the person about what they do or don't like about it, and that connection. That's really what I like about it.
Right.
And so it was time to slide back into something that was more, this scale.
Right.
So,
and they're still finding, challenges too at Springhouse. I know that they just switched over to 12-ounce cans now. They're trying to get rid of all their 16-ouncers.
And it's a constant game of. We almost have to reinvent ourselves every week. We joke around. We're we look at the menu, we look at the beers, we look at the layout of the place, the furniture, and we're like, do we need to change? What do we need to change? What's going on? Because especially in this world, everything's just changing constantly from customer perception to whether it's case counts or whether it's government, regulation that's put on us, or just a new style of beer that we need to make sure that we're a part of,
Right.
So it's got every week all right, what the hell's going on this week,
Right. Yeah, because for years it was just you had to have your IPAs, and now everybody, people will walk into your brewery what sours do you have? It's just constantly. The trends are constantly changing in beer now, and there's so many breweries, and in Lancaster alone, it's a great little beer.
Yeah, I think we just formed the Lancaster County Brewers Guild, and I believe there's 26 breweries in the county.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not a bad place for people to go, and you guys did it last night. You got an Airbnb, and you found a few places that had some booze.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it is it's becoming a really great spot. And there's a friend of mine's opening a brewery 5 blocks up the road in 3 weeks.
Nice.
A little 5-barrel system, just draft only, quaint little spot. I think it has maybe 1,000 square feet of tap room.
Wow.
Just a cool little spot. He's gonna do a bunch of experimental stuff, and I believe there's room for that. I'm not
Sure.
Don't open in my back. I'm bring it.
Yeah.
Just as much as I'd want a great beer bar to be across the street, I'll happily take another brew. You know what I mean?
I mean, especially if the community gets known for kind of being a beer tourism destination, it's better if there's more breweries, because then you start seeing those brewery tour buses and crap, and
Yeah. A guy I know, his name's Matt. He owns a bus, and he has the last year's been pretty rough on his business because of everything. But he was just talking about hopefully maybe being able to do some limited ones this summer. Yeah, because he's and he has 5 different routes he does.
Right.
And they almost all stay in Lancaster County. A couple of them he jumps to Harrisburg and does Evergreen, I think.
Right.
And he has a couple of, but he has 5 routes, and he's local to here. I mean, most places you go, I'm just happy if there's a brewery within 20 or 30 minutes. Well, that's not very challenging these days to anywhere you go. It used to be
I tell you what, those Bloody Marys look very pretty.
They do.
But
After your side of greens.
Oh, the Side of Greens is killer too. At some point I'll move on to another one, but it's a rough evening.
Yeah. That was kind of a cool beer. It was we initially brewed it just to brew like a light lager that we were gonna kind of promote around the new year. Be like, hey, a couple of our friends who own bars like brew this like really low calorie, like low light beer. And again, as things shifted, I brewed the beer and I was like, maybe I'll just do something a little different with it. Just give it a little pop because we always carry a Pilsner on too. So I was like, it was already lagering, it was already fermented out. And so we went and got 80 cucumbers, 15 cantaloupes, 15 honeydew, and just chopped them all up, pulsed them with an immersion blender. It took 4.5, 5 hours, but you really can get that like fresh.
Oh, it's killer. Yeah, it really pops.
Nice. Glad you like it.
And for me, like, everything about this beer on the menu screamed at me. It's low alcohol content. I'm like, I'll start with that before I eat some food. I'm like, cucumber, yes, melon, lager, I'm all about it.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
Because I love when I can go into a brewery and there's, lagers and pilsners on the menu. Because when they're done right, man, they're just great beers.
Totally agree. Make sure you get a pint of our Pilsner while you're here. I'm super proud of it. It's the only beer we've committed to as like always going to have it on every day, all year round, So the other, we usually carry 10 beers on draft. Like I said, the cans kind of threw that off a little. But the Pilsner is the one and only one that we're like, all right, well, this proper Pils, and then the other 9 are going to be whatever I feel like making.
So the proper Pils is in constant rotation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Totally traditional Czech Pils, all size, like 5-ish%, all German Pilsner malt. It's really nice.
Yeah, can't wait to try it.
Yeah,
Definitely will do that. So are you the head brewer here too?
Yep. Yeah. So I make all the beer,
Nice.
and I own the place with my business partner, and like I said, a small sea of investors. But my business partner Rob, usually Sundays is one day off, but usually he's the GM. He runs the floor.
Right.
So our chef needed off today because it was his birthday, and so we wanted to give him a day. And so I was like, hey, these guys are coming in. I'll just I'll work the floor. So I might be wearing a couple different hats today.
All right.
Running food, bussing tables, talking to you guys.
Nice. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, we try to be non-intrusive. Like I said, we'll sit here in the corner, and anytime you want to pop on and pop off and do what you have to do, that's killer.
Yeah. And honestly, what's comical too is I don't see him yet, but my mom, my dad, who both live a few hours away, are coming here for brunch because it's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. And my wife's coming down with my 3-year-old and my 6-month-old daughter, so there's going to be a couple distractions too.
Well, that's cool, man. It's nice. It seems like you got a nice little hopping brunch crowd.
Yeah, for 11 o'clock on a Sunday, this is packed.
Yeah, we were doing noon to 9 on Sundays, and the day was just kind of okay. It was, you'd get a little lunch crowd kind of in between, and we were like, let's just try to compress this thing and do something a little different. So we started bringing in live music from 11 to 1 and started offering a brunch menu, and it took like 3 weeks to catch on, and once it did, this is pretty normal.
Nice.
Yeah, we're excited about it. It's been, I think it's the thing we're probably most proud of, and I almost always have a coffee beer on tap because I love coffee. I love coffee and beer.
Right.
So we almost always do those, and we do the mimosas and the Bloody Marys with some local spirits and some local champagne.
Right on.
So yeah.
That's great.
It's very cool, man. Yeah, we did. The aesthetic in here is great. It's nice and inviting. It's big, wide open space. Dig it.
We were definitely shooting for more of like a cafe kind of vibe.
Say it seems like that.
Yeah, just a little lighter. I mean, you could argue, it's almost a little more feminine than most breweries are. Like the blue walls and the menu is lighter. We don't have deep fryers. We don't do wings. We don't do pizza. Like everything on it's just a little lighter. And just it's the windows and the sun coming in. It's just like we still do have dreams of this place being open a lot of through the week during the day. Because this place is. Again, it's like my favorite time of day, so we wanted to put people in here because the sun kind of peeks through, but it's not direct sunlight, so it's just a nice spot. You can kind of people watch from here, so it's cool.
No, I dig it. It's very cool. You guys did a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this beer again is banging, so I can't wait to try more and take more to go with me.
Do you guys want me to grab you another round?
I'll have a Pilsner, man.
Yeah, I'll have a Pilsner too.
I'm good for now, but I will have something later.
Okay. You want something else?
Want another drink?
Right, yeah. Looking forward to that Pilsner.
Cool. Well, why don't we take a break here?
Yeah, we'll take a break. Well, I've moved on to this Pilsner, man.
The Pilsner is very freaking good,
The
man.
proper pills. I see why they want to keep this on
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes, this is a perfect Sunday morning beer right here.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank God.
You know?
Had some food too, man.
Oh, yeah. The food in this place is incredible.
I had
You know?
I got the vegan bowl without looking to see what it was, and I was pleasantly surprised and pleased when it didn't come out, big mess of tofu or something.
Yeah.
It was nice, like
Yeah.
home fried potatoes with
Mushrooms?
baby bella mushrooms and some red pepper, onion. Very tasty.
Nice.
And it was perfect. Exactly what I needed.
We all needed some kind of food this
Needed a
morning.
big bowl of potatoes is what I needed.
Yeah.
This morning. Yeah. I'm finding it, like these are good beers. I'm finding it very difficult to drink beer.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been nursing the same one. Of course, I went with a 6.4. Your first was a 3 something.
Yeah, and this one is also like a 5.5. So
Yeah.
it's-
No high test today, man.
No, I mean
No.
we have a long drive ahead of us after this.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab whatever he's got. He's got some cans. Grab some.
Get some stuff to go. We can actually review them
Yeah.
properly on the show when we're not feeling like crap the day
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel.
I know I'm not terrible, but my body's going, don't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's conflicted. Mine's like, what's with the heat?
Yeah.
I mean, if we were talking, if this was a TV show, we'd have to film like. It would take us like a year to film a season.
I know, right?
We'd be like that dope on Dr. Phil.
Yeah. the guy that won Survivor China, laying in his own piss.
But yeah, we'd have to do like 2 breweries a week, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah. But then our producers would fly us to some crazy like brew town, and it'd just be
So that
a train wreck.
we go there for 2 weeks, then we come home and detox.
Well, at least we wouldn't have to hook all this stuff up. Though.
No, it'd be set up for us.
Yeah. It was amazing this morning. We kept finding beers.
I know.
There was beer everywhere, man.
We were like, I don't remember getting this.
Where's this?
Yeah.
Where did this come from? Then we get all the beers in the house. I get
then
off
more in the car.
I open the trunk. I'm like, there's more beers.
And Chuck, you don't even remember stopping at that one brewery.
I have no clue we stopped at a brewery. Which brewery was
It
it?
was the restaurant that we looked at. It was also a
Yeah.
brewery. And Groby picked up beer from there.
Where was it?
Lancaster.
Like in town or outside?
Yeah, I guess it was in town.
I don't think we drove that far away.
No, I think it was only a couple blocks from the meadery.
Okay.
Well,
Cheers to you, whatever brewery you were at.
Yeah.
like something hill log.
We got the bag out in the car.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
plug them later.
Did I go inside this place?
Yes.
And they said it was an hour and a half wait, and you're like, I ain't waiting an hour and a half for any fucking food. And I was like, neither am I. Give me a 4-pack of that, and that. We're out of here.
Ugh, excuse me.
An hour and a half. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place was slammed.
I would have never made it an hour and a
No.
half out in public.
No. You weren't public material last night.
No.
I don't think any of us really were. But
Yeah, at that point, no. I think the only one that was Candace.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we got this text from Chuck last night.
Yeah.
We'll make that newsworthy here. Let's see what we
It was
got.
actually yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. Let's see what this one
It
said.
wasn't night at all.
Okay, so Chuck texted, I'm like 10 blocks away, and if I pretend well, I can find my way back.
Mind you, we had no idea he was even gone.
Yeah. None of us saw that message until this morning.
Yeah. We're all looking at him going, where the hell did you go?
I don't know. Well, I went to buy smokes, and I couldn't find any. I just kept wandering around aimlessly.
You walked for like 10 blocks.
Yeah, and then I found a place. I got outside and I was like, I don't know where the fuck I am. Like I think I'm going in the general direction of the Duval Meadery. So that place was fun.
Yeah.
That place was nuts, man.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed throwing axes. That was so much fun.
I enjoyed watching you throw axes.
You filmed it.
Yeah. I wouldn't have. I was like, I'm not even fucking touching that axe right now.
What did I say? What? Fuck you, I'm throwing axes. And I turned and I got a bullseye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, that was killer. Oh, good. I thought we lost Julie for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were going to get a text from her. I'm 10 blocks away. Where the hell am I?
Well, Grubba, you got a news story that you were talking about before.
Yeah, let me punch this up here.
Yeah, Grubby's got a couple of cool stories he found. Ooh. Dead silence on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, except the cookies.
Yeah. Okay, this is, it's not, well, I guess it's drunk news, but this is actual news.
Alcohol news.
Alcohol news, not criminal stuff. Three shipwrecked ales are from the golden era of beers. 3 bottles of beer recovered from a ship wrecked 125 years ago have helped provide insights into the makeup of ancient ales. Research from Brew Lab and the University of Sunderland has retrieved live brewing yeast from century-old bottles of beer to provide detailed information of the microbiology of lost Victorian and Edwardian stock ales. 3 bottles were retrieved by divers of global underwater explorers from the shipwrecked vessel Wallachia, which sank after a collision in the Clyde estuary in 1895. The ship carried a mixed cargo, including whiskey and beer from McEwen's Brewery in Glasgow.
Nice.
2 additional bottles were from the Bass Brewery in Burton-upon-Trent and contained a 1902 10% ABV barley wine brewed for a visit by King Edward VII.
Oh.
Both beers represent examples of stock ales commonly reputed as the best of British brewing due to their complex yeast character, high alcohol levels, and long maturation. The study, published in the Journal of the Institute of Brewing, there's an Institute of Brewing, analyzed microbial DNA in the bottles by next-generation sequencing, identifying the yeast and bacteria initially present.
So they didn't drink any of them.
No, I guess they're going to make them.
All right.
The research confirmed that traditional beers were fermented with a mix of yeast species. Lactic acid bacteria were also identified and would contribute to the complexity of the beer. Analysis of the beer provided information on the alcohol strength, bitterness, pH, color, and residual sugars, so allowing recipes to be developed.
Nice.
This is a long-running project in collaboration with global underwater explorers who visited the Wallachia wreck 3 times to retrieve bottles.
Now, who's going to brew these new beers? It should be Bass and McEwen.
That's what I would think, right?
It doesn't say.
It's their product.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say who's brewing them. Maybe this place called Brew Lab, I think. That's what it seems like. They're trying to recreate them. So
Very cool.
So there you have it, man.
Yeah, cool.
125-year-old beers, man.
Nice.
Very cool.
That's very cool, man. I think we got another one, right?
Yeah.
This one's pretty cool, too. I read the headline, but I didn't...
This is from NBC News. Ancient beer factory unearthed by archaeologists in Egypt. American and Egyptian archaeologists have unearthed what could be the oldest known beer factory at one of the most prominent archaeological sites in ancient Egypt.
Wouldn't that be a brewery? What the fuck's a beer factory?
Breweries. Mostafa Waziri, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, said the factory was found in Abydos, an ancient burial ground located in the desert west of the Nile River, over 280 miles south of Cairo. He said the factory apparently dates back to the region of King Narmer, who is widely known for his unification of ancient Egypt at the beginning of the first dynastic period, 3150 BC to 2613 BC. Archaeologists found 8 huge units, each about 65 feet long and 8 feet wide. Each unit includes some 40 pottery basins in 2 rows, which had been used to heat up a mixture of grains and water to produce beer. The joint mission is chaired by Dr. Matthew Adams of the Institute of Fine Arts from New York University and Deborah Vishak, Assistant Professor of Ancient Egyptian Art History and Archaeology at Princeton. The factory was apparently built in this area to provide royal rituals with beer. Given that archaeologists found evidence
last night.
found evidences showing the use of beer in sacrificial rites of ancient Egyptians. British archaeologists were the first to mention the existence of the factory in the early 1900s, but they couldn't determine its location. With its vast cemeteries and temples from the earliest times of ancient Egypt, Abydos is known for its monuments honoring Osiris, the ancient Egypt's god of the underworld, and the deity responsible for judging souls in the afterlife.
That's pretty cool, man. Ancient beer.
I know.
That's like, a beer from like 3150 BC.
Yeah.
See, the Egyptians had it going on.
They had everything.
Yeah.
They were advanced.
Yeah.
I wonder how good the beer was, though, because I don't think they had hops in their beer.
No, it's
No.
probably all grain and,
Probably not carbonated either.
No.
They were probably using rice instead of hops. Hopefully it didn't taste like Budweiser.
Yeah.
Well, Budweiser still has hops in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but rice as well.
Yeah.
Well, rice is
Yeah.
is in the grain belt, not the hop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, all right. What else we got here?
I don't
I
know.
don't know, man. We're drinking slowly. And,
Yeah.
we got that number one.
We got the number one story here. I mean, should I read it?
Read it.
All right. The number one DUI story on this site is titled, "A Man, a Pug, and a Horse Went to a Wedding." And that sounds like the start of a really bad joke. Unfortunately for you, it's not a joke. A Colorado man was headed to a family wedding in Utah. While passing through Boulder, Colorado, the man arrested for riding his horse while drunk. Witnesses told police that they saw a man hit the horse. He claimed he was swatting flies away. Well, I don't like it that he's hitting the horse, but
Yeah.
when police went to investigate, they found the man slumped on the horse's back. He dismounted and failed the field sobriety test. Police checked the saddlebags to find beer bottles and checked the man's backpack to find a pug.
A dog?
Yeah. The man was arrested and taken into custody, but was able to make it to their wedding with his horse and dog in tow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the guy's riding his horse from Colorado to Utah?
Apparently so.
Wait,
Over the Rockies?
I mean,
I missed that part.
there's the picture of them arresting him.
That's a long ride on a horse.
Yeah, over the Rockies and shit?
Yeah.
Damn right.
To go to a wedding.
He just happened to be passing through Boulder, Colorado on his horse on the way to the wedding. Oh my God. That's hysterical. Well, that was.
You should just let the guy go on about his business if he's
Really?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he was slumped over the horse.
Yeah, the horse knows the way.
Yeah, the horse
Yeah.
knows where it's going.
Yeah.
That's like what, with the Amish kid, right?
Yeah.
Passed out. Like the horse is driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horse knows what to do.
The horse knows where its home is.
Yeah,
Of course, they probably have the blinders on, so they really don't know where they're going. They got to be steered.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all
I
right.
think they always know where they're going.
Yeah.
They know they're going somewhere.
Yeah,
That's it.
they'll find their way back to the stable.
Yeah.
They're going to wherever their next meal is.
Yeah. Well, shit, man.
Yeah.
We're in Nation. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
at Our Town Brewery here in Lancaster, and I think we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Get some beers to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then do a proper review when we're not.
Yeah. Pack up our shit.
Yeah.
This Pilsner's killer.
Yeah.
That,
It's still going down slow, by the way.
oh,
yeah.
yeah. The side of greens was killer.
Yeah, the side of greens was pretty hip, man.
I think I might put cucumber in that cream ale I got.
Give it a shot. Man, this coffee one is killer, but I just can't finish it. I still have like half a can left and a little bit left in my
That's
glass.
never been said on this show.
I know, but I got a long drive.
Yeah.
And it's going down. If I start doing faster, you know what happens. Oh, give me another one.
Well, I think I'll be okay because after this, we gotta go lug furniture.
Yeah, we gotta go move furniture. So,
I'm probably gonna do that slow too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, all right. We're Inebriation.
Inebriation.
Thanks for
Yeah,
listening.
and we are out of here, Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Hey, it's been a blast.
We'll be back.
Maybe. But it has been a blast. Thanks to Mountain Hope Estate and Winery, McDougal Meadery, and Our Town Brewery for having us over this fine couple of days.
And what was that? The swine barbecue?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was good.
Thanks to them for all the delicious food.
Yeah, and also to that other brewery that we went to last night.
Yeah. We still don't know the name,
Yeah. But we got some beers.
but
from
we
them.
got beer from there.
Yeah. We can plug them next time.
We'll talk about them next time.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening.
All right, later.